Hello, total traders, and welcome back to another market review brought to you by Orbex. So we're looking at currencies today. We had the CPI data coming out of America in yesterday's trading session, which affected gold mostly as it fluctuated roughly about $20. It settled just below 1900 from the early Asian session this morning. The euro dollar did creep up to the mid 107 handle, printing a 1 month high. It's looking likely that with inflation dropping now to 6% year on year, that the Fed could possibly see another divergence on its interest rate differentials next week. So we're looking to see what the rate hike is, what the new message from the Fed will be as well. So we're seeing this being performed on the charts. The euro dollar didn't really move too much to the upside. We've also got cable we're looking at today after we've got the Chancellor's budget coming up, as well as he's already putting in some certain strides trying to get the British economy back on track as well to try and compete with its American and European counterparts now that Brexit has finally started to go ahead and there's been more deals being struck with the Northern Ireland backstop as well. So with that being said, let's get straight onto the charts, and we're just seeing now what the moves are, because like I said, on the daily chart as well, we've seen a bit of a 5-day winning streak for the euro dollar since bouncing off the lower regions of the 105 handle, and now we're moving up over 200 pips in just a few trading sessions, which is quite important. You know, we've had the NFP data as well that's really started to fluctuate the greenback. We're seeing now a slight resistance at the top handle just above the mid 107 point. But if we take a closer look with the assistance of the Ichimoku cloud, we're just seeing now that prices are engulfed, which could mean slight consolidation for the next few hours, especially this trading session. We've got the retail sales data coming up as well later on today, and PPI data as well. So it might not affect the markets that much. We did have a jump on retail sales in the last time around after printing two negative territory readings. However, we're seeing now that euro dollar is on the front foot. If we go on to the 4-hour chart as well, it's looking more likely, more interestingly, that we will see this bullish seismic channel moving a little bit slightly more to the upside, like I said, but we are expecting slight consolidation for the next few hours until the American session opens, and then we'll see what's going to happen with the retail sales data. We've got European Central Bank data coming out this week as well, so this could affect the euro quite significantly after it's trying to really start having an impact on the dollar. As you can see, if we bring it back to the daily chart, for most of 2022, we saw this depreciation because the Fed was aggressively raising their interest rates aggressively, 75 basis points every time. Since that's been on the back foot, we've seen this growth in the euro, but now we're expected to see more of a subdued Fed due to not only the NFP numbers, but also the fact that SVB, this Silicon Valley Bank, did actually collapse on Friday. So it is looking likely the Fed would take a different stance in its next meeting, but we'll see where that's going to head out. But for now, we're looking at this kind of bullish rhetoric in the euro dollar. And we'll just have a look if we can pretty much crack the mid 107 handle, because that seems to be the latest resistance surge before we possibly get to the 108 or 109 handles that we've seen roughly at the beginning of February when the NFP was last released, coincidentally, and we saw a collapse on dollar and then this surge in gold as well. So sorry, the other way around, the collapse in gold and the surge in dollar as well. So we'll see what happens in the near term, and we'll have a look and keep you updated as well. But just want to look on cable quickly. Daily chart, we're just seeing again the weak dollar across the board. So that's been pushing higher, and obviously with the Chancellor's budget news coming up and what he's announced already, this seems to slightly favor the UK because it is actually helping out quite a lot of small businesses, tech firms, and the elderly as well, getting more and more funds into that demographic. So on the 4-hour chart, I just want to bring you quickly onto what levels we're looking at the moment. Well, as you can see on the RSI, we are vastly overbought at the moment, so we are expecting a bit of a decline. However, if price action keeps consolidating, then we could get more of a bearish divergence, which could mean another move lower back down to the 119, 118 handle, which we saw not so long ago. You know, this was only at the beginning of the month, and we're seeing now possibly this 200 pips to the downside isn't really a big disaster for bulls, especially for that trading cable, because it has been very, very choppy, as you can see in the near term for cable. So we're expecting possibly another move lower before it bounces higher as well, back to roughly about 120. But as always, we'll keep you updated on our Telegram channel, on our YouTube channel, for all the latest developments, all the big new moves in the markets, and we'll speak tomorrow. Bye for now, and thanks for joining me.